Hey guys, I'm here to do a video, and it's on spiritual readiness. I know we've talked about this, and I said we posted a video of me saying you're not battle ready. But let's go in a little bit of a deeper concept of what this means. And so I want to use my personal life and some things. The Lord has stripped some things out of my life for temporary access, because I am not spiritually ready for the spiritual access, if that makes sense. When I walk into a home personally, I need to be ready to encounter whatever is in the home. So if I just met these new people and I felt like they needed Christ, but when I walked into their home, I saw they were Buddhas, they practice Buddhism, I would have to be ready to confront whatever spiritual entity lives within that home, right? The same thing is with our life. We have two different applications that we always have to face. Sometimes we are materialistically ready. We have the finances, we have the mindset, we have the ability. But we cannot walk into the circumstances of life because the next stage or even in the next season, because our spirit is not ready. Most people are here right now in that application. They're physically ready. They have the ministry, they have the finances, they have the support, they even have the ability to do whatever they need to. But their spiritual soul is lacking the understanding, the physical healing in the spirit, the emotional spiritual development to withhold and hide themselves within the presence of God. They're lacking things, so when they walk into the next season or the season they're about to enter, they will actually be deconstructed instead of building up. That's the problem, is when we jump too early. There's also a flip side. Sometimes we walk into places and the Lord allows us to, and this is why we get confused, when we don't have the things physically. Because when we don't have those things, but we have the things spiritually, whether it's in Christ or He's allowed us and equipped us to handle it in the means of stewardship, then we can walk into it. Because whatever is done in the spirit is more profound and powerful. It's stronger, it's more deliberate, and it's more resilient. So the Lord, Christ, wants us to actually have a stronger soul, spirit, and reality, strengthen that than ever in the physical. Because the physical is all about masks and veils. That's literally what it is. And I can point out a couple real quick analogies with this without ever actually saying it. We got the social media. Content creators do masks all the time. Even Christian ones. We got news and media. We got books and false reality. We got preachers and churches. We got false religions. All of these are false. And they hide veils within the people. And then our emotions, our physical attributes, we continually hide ourselves. The physical world we need to be less connected to. So why I've challenged you in how you live a lifestyle is not because I don't think that the lifestyle you are living is unholy. It's because what I'm trying to show you is that there's things hiding behind veils, like a big wall of curtains, that you unknowingly are connected to because you're in the same room. In the spirit, I can be in the same room as something and not know it's there. It's like a mouse under a couch. It's like mold growing behind a wall. It's there even though you don't see it. And the lifestyle you live, if it's simplistic and directly related to trying to keep yourself closer to God, and challenging you to cut things off so you can reorient yourself, get realigned with God. No, movies and TV shows necessarily aren't bad. I think they will be here soon. No, sometimes using the internet is not bad. But using it in a materialistic way without being spiritually ready to handle what is there, which is what most Christians do nowadays, is not what we need to do, and it's not what we should be doing. We need to look and take a step back from almost everything and take an evaluation. This is what business owners do with their yearly profits around this time. They take a step back at the yearly quarter or at the end of the fourth quarter, which is around Christmas time, and they take an evaluation of their stocks or what they have incoming and outgoing. They take of their revenue and their inventory reports. They take a report of all their staff and who's doing the best and who's doing what. That's why we usually get a raise halfway through the year. The point I'm getting at is we need to take a step back and evaluate ourselves with God's help so we can look at what we are doing, what's going in and what's coming out. So we can walk into the next season and the next areas in our lives doing whatever He asks us to do, being spiritually ready more than physically ready. Because Paul, the apostle, he went and talked and preached spiritually ready, even though his finances at first weren't always lined up and in accordance to what he actually needed for his ministry. And we can see that time and time and time again. Spiritually readiness is more valuable than being ever physically ready. Now, yes, we should have things in line. We should be good stewards physically, and we should have a responsibility to actually uphold these ideas. But I am trying to get to the point that why I'm challenging you guys on certain things of how we live and how we look at is because that's my job, and that's what I'm supposed to do. If I don't do it, then I am held accountable for what I have not said. That is what I am supposed. It's like feeding a child. If I don't feed the child, I am neglecting them, and I will be held accountable in God's courts and our legal system for not feeding that child. And to some degree, most people are spiritually malnourished and unnurtured. Unknowingly, they're not as mature as they think they are, and not spiritually ready for the next season, or what we have already started to walk into. So take a step back, analyze and look over your life, and actually ask God to reveal where you have been ignorant, stubborn, and prideful in. Because this next season, or the one we're walking in, is not going to be easy, and it's actually going to be very detrimental to some other areas of your life. And it might actually cause fragmental trauma to the spirit, not to the physical, causing you a harder time to trusting and relying on the Lord. So, take the advice, take a step back, even if it's something you just started. Take a step back for a minute, whether it be a month, maybe 3 months, 6 months, I don't care, and analyze it with the Lord. Pray about it, fast. Everyone has a different relationship and a different level. Some can do it for 2 weeks and be fine. Some can have to do it for 6 months. I'm the person that has to do it for 6 months. Challenge yourself and look. No one is better than each other. Let's take a step back and get ready for the Lord to move within our lives so we can get mentally, physically, and more than ever, spiritually ready for what He wants to do within our hearts and in our soul. Because that's where true restoration and healing comes. I'm almost asking you to take a moment of a short fast before the fasting season starts. Okay. I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys have a good week. See you guys.